For many of us, mornings can be hectic. Hitting that snooze button a couple extra times can feel really nice until that hurrying and running around to get you to work doesn't feel so great. What we fail to realize is that the different movements and positions that we put our body through can really have a big influence on the spine. Movements like bend, lift, twist, sitting can all create pain, and especially for those with low back pain, mornings can be particularly problematic. I'm physical therapist Katie Wolfley, and if you're someone who fits into that category, I'm going to go through reasons why we have low back pain in the morning, anatomy of the spine, and things you can do to avoid that pain. First, let's consider the anatomy of the lumbar spine. Your lumbar spine consists of 5 vertebrae or bones, and in between those sit our discs. Our discs contain fluid. That's natural, and that's what gives our body extra movement and flexibility. Overnight when we sleep, our discs absorb 10.6% extra fluid content. That extra volume decreases the amount of mobility that we have, and that's the primary reason why we feel stiff and uncomfortable in the morning, even if we don't have a low back issue. When we have that extra fluid content within the spine and in those discs, movements like bend, lift, twist, and even sitting can be particularly painful. So when we do those activities, because it is very difficult for us to avoid them, we just need to be conscientious about how we move and being mindful about the spine. First and foremost, when we are bending, making sure that we do not bend from our spine, but making sure that we bend at our waist, at our hips. So making sure that we bend by bringing our hips backwards and bending through our knees so that our low back can stay flat and we're not asking it to bend over through that extra volume and fluid content. Second, lifting. If you can, avoid lifting anything heavy within those first few hours of getting up. If we need to lift, same thought with the bending is making sure that you are lifting from your legs instead of lifting from the back and bending through the spine. When it comes to twisting, if you can avoid movements like sweeping, mopping, first thing in the morning, those are usually particularly bothersome activities. When we twist, we shouldn't move from our back, we should pivot and twist from our hips. The hips are built to rotate, not our lumbar spine. Asking that from our lower body is way safer and going to be way more comfortable for you. Third is sitting. Sitting can be a great way to offload our body weight from our spine. However, sitting for a long period of time can be really tough, and sitting slouched is going to be especially bothersome. So if you need to sit for a short period of time, get moving, and then you can sit back down. And make sure that when you're sitting supported. So maybe putting a pillow behind your back to help push you into a decent posture, to help stabilize the back and give support. If you found this information helpful and useful, but you're looking for more tips, tricks, or even specific exercises to help you with your low back pain, get in touch with us and get evaluated by one of our physical therapists today. You can find us at buffalorehab.com.